Started now.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, you may start, please.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Has anyone spoken before, or I'm the first?
No, sir. Yes, you have to start completely.
Okay, so welcome to this first of its kind webinar to introduce you to the library resources. So we have started with some of the ebook platforms that you are going to use during this semester. So let me begin with the basic things or the resources from where you can access all these ebooks things. As I said in the morning, one platform or one website is the library website where you can access all the e-resources including ebooks. So I will take you there. Just what you can do is just if you Google just JGU library, okay, even if you don't remember the web address, you just go there. Okay, and just click on the JGU library website. This is called library.jgu.edu.in, and you will see everything which is available and provided by the library information. Okay, so if you look at the main page or home page of the library, from this window, you can search all the resources in one go, journals, books, etc. There is another one from different vendor. You can search all the journal articles from this, including open access journals. Okay, so these are the two windows. But let me start first by talking to you about the ebooks that we have. For that, if you go to e-resources page, you will see the list of e-resources over there. And on the left hand side, you will also see a separate list of ebooks resources. If we click on ebooks, okay, we'll find all the links from where you will find ebooks. Okay, so one way is that if you are looking for a particular platform, just click on the link here. If you click on the link, for example, if you are looking for, let's say, Pearson, there is Pearson. Okay, here. Okay, so if you look at the Pearson, just click on this. Okay, in some of the cases, you will find there is a remote access link also. Okay, which means that Pearson does not have a remote access link. This means the same link will work from within the campus as well as outside the campus. And remote access will work only from the outside. And if you click on here, the name of the resource, this is only for in-campus access. Okay, so if you are outside the campus, you should always click on this. Okay, remote access. The moment you do this, okay, it will ask you to log in to a website called EG-Proxy. Okay, so this is the link that you will get, right? And you have to log in only once. Okay, and the login ID is or username is your first part of your email, right? Right. I use different login, so please don't go by my email, my username. Your username is your first part of your email before apostrophe S, right? Okay, and the password is the same password that you use to log into your JGU email, your Outlook password. Okay, so there is no separate user ID and password to remember. The same user ID of your email, that is the first part of your email is user ID, and the password that you use for Outlook is your password for this also. Okay, so if you do that, you log in, and then the resource that you have clicked on opens up. Now this is applicable to all the resources, ebooks, e-journals, everything. Okay, from remote, from your home, okay, from off campus. So this resource will open very soon. Okay, right. So you can see that I had clicked on Oxford Scholarship Online, and you are there. Now you can conduct your searches, download anything. whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is one way to access ebooks. Let's go back to the ebook page. Okay, so and you will find there's a list of open access ebook collection also. Okay, just click on the link here and it will open up. You don't need any user ID password for this. It will open up from everywhere in the same manner. So this is one way. Okay, if you know where your ebook lies, you can open that resource, search, and do whatever you want to do there. Okay, in some cases you'll be able to download. In other cases you can only read. Okay, now there is another way. Come back to Google. Okay, or you can go from it also. If you click on course material, the books that you require during this semester for your courses, they're all listed here on this link. Okay, so if you are only looking for the books that are listed in your course manual or are going to be used by your faculty for teaching, then this is the list that you can use. Okay, just click on this and there is another website opens. Just click again and then you download this from here, view open. Okay, so you will find the entire list over here. Okay, so just click on the school where your course is listed. Okay, and you will find all the courses listed over there. Okay, and here you can straight away click on the remote access for individual title. In most cases, you can directly go to the individual title here. Okay. Right. So these are the links given. If you don't find your course listed here, it is likely that your instructor has not shared his or her requirement of the books with us. So you should speak to your instructor in that case for the courses or the access to the ebooks. And request your instructor to contact the library to make available books for your course. Right? If you need to write to your instructor, email ID is given here on this link. And if your instructor has created e-learning platform account for you, then this is the site. You can click over here. You can log into your email account. These resources are accessible from your e-learning account also. Okay, so some of the instructors are using e-learning platform to deliver your courses. Okay, if you click here, it will take you to the e-learning platform. Okay, popularly called Moodle. Moodle is the software that is used, and you see that this is the home screen of the platform. All the courses which are being organized through this platform are listed there, and for looking at your own courses, you have to log in. Okay, which has been shared by the library or the e-learning team with you. Okay, now you can only do this if your instructor has enrolled you in one of the courses through this. Okay, right? So you can log into that and then you can go to your account. So this is another way to access your course material. Okay, so let us come back to the course material part. Okay, if you go back to, so this is one list. If you want, you can keep this list on your computer for future use. Okay, so there is another list which lists all the links to the platforms of ebooks that we are using. Okay, now here also you can access. So this is another static list. Open the document and you will see now here publishers links have been given of whose ebooks we are using in this semester for your courses. Okay, so here you will find how to access that portal. Okay, for example, if your book is from Pearson, by clicking here you will go to the Pearson website. Okay, so we are demonstrating this part today. Okay, and there is another one, LexisRed. So these two platforms we will be demonstrating today. Okay, so we have invited people, our guests from these two publishers, and they will demonstrate how to use these two platforms. So LexisRed is basically a platform for students purchase. So those who have purchased books from LexisRed, okay, are able to log into this site and use this. Okay, and these are mainly law textbooks. So this LexisRed is mainly useful for the law students. The Pearson is another platform where we have purchased textbooks. Pearson e-library platforms, they have two different kind of access. One is the licenses that the university has purchased for you. Okay, you don't have to pay for these things. There are some books which are only to be purchased by you individually. So there are two different kind of models. The books that we have purchased for you, okay, and you can use without paying any money, okay, and there is another set of books that here, okay, that you have to place order with this vendor, okay, for those books. And how do you find that which books are to be purchased? You will find that in this list, the list that I shared with you earlier. Yeah, in this list. Okay, so the books, whether the book is available to you through university, or you have to purchase either in print or in e-version, that information you will find here in this list for each of your courses. Okay, Ritu, are you taking questions? If somebody has. You are.
Ritu, you're muted. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that. Sir, we'll be taking the questions at the end. So because we are already running short of time, so I would like the trainers to take up, and then probably we can.
So you can keep putting up
Yes.
the questions, okay, and we'll try to answer them afterwards, right?
Yes.
So these are the two things that you should use for accessing ebooks. Now, what is the difference between this list and the library website links, for ebooks here? Okay, now the list of the course material 2004 to 2020 provides only the books related to your courses. Okay, but if you want to read any other book, download any other book, okay, these are the things that you can use. Okay, so you will find almost about 3 lakh ebooks listed over here in these resources. Okay, either you can go from here or you can search using the home page link here. You can search from here also all the ebooks. Okay, so either way you can access the ebooks. Okay, if you go to the publishers platform, the things that I showed you earlier, where is it? Okay, I'll go back to that. Okay, so here, these platforms, have not only the books that are prescribed by your instructor, but there may be more books also, additional books also. So for example, if somebody is looking for a particular book prescribed by the course instructor, you can use that. Okay, but there may be other books on the same subject. So if you wish, you can also use those books, okay, for additional reading or something else. Okay, so this is the difference between these two platforms. Okay, so either way you can use it. If you don't remember the web address, just Google. You can even Google, course material. Here, course real fall. Okay. So even if you Google this, okay, these two documents appear. Okay, so you can directly end up from here also. Okay, so there are many things various ways, various approaches you can land on these pages and have access to the ebooks. Right. So that's all from my side. Is that Ritu okay?
Yeah, that's fine, sir. No, sir. Thank you so much. This is for the students. I would like to add up that whatever questions you have, you can please keep adding in the Q&A box, and we'll be taking up all the questions at the end of the session, because we are already running short of time due to some technical glitch. I started a little late. So hence now I would like to invite Ms. Shweta, who is going to introduce us with the Lexis Red platform. So Ms. Shweta, now it is over to you. Kindly just help us out in help my students to learn more about the platform. Thank you.
Sure, Ritu. Thank you, sir. I'm taking
Hi,
over.
Shweta. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. I hope everything is good.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Welcome everyone. I'm Shweta Ramawat from LexisNexis, and today I will take you through our ebooks platform Lexis Red. Okay. So to access Lexis Red, sir has already told you it's an ebook platform, and you can click on the links shown there in the e-portal, which the library portal that sir showed you. However, the Lexis Red platform works when you download the particular application from the App Store. Okay, so let me introduce you that Lexis Red is an online come offline digital solution. It's an ebook platform, and it is available
Shweta,
on
can you
Windows.
check your audio, Shweta? I think there is some, probably the quality, if you're
Is it better? I think
maybe a
it's
little
about
louder, or
the...
maybe just increase the volume.
Okay, I'll just try increasing the volume. Is it better now?
Yes, better.
Okay. So for Lexis Red, I was saying it is applicable, or it is functional on Windows operating systems. So you can access it on a computer, you can access it on a laptop which has a Windows operating system. Okay. Apart from computers, you can also access Lexis Red on tablets or iPads. So if you have an Android tablet or a Windows tablet or an iPad with you, you can access Lexis Red on the same. All you need to do is go to the App Store or Play Store and just search on Lexis Red. Okay. Once you search on Lexis Red, it will give you the application which you can download. Okay. Once you download, I'm sharing my screen now. Ritu ma'am, can you view my screen? Is it available for all?
Yes, I can see your screen. Absolutely fine. Thank you.
Great. Once you download the Lexis Red application, it will sit in your system wherever you've downloaded, and it will appear like this. Okay, Lexis Red. You go into the app, it will show you a login screen where you can just put in your login credentials. I've already logged into the product, so once we are done with the features, I'll show you the login part, because I think we are running a bit short of time. So you log into your to the product Lexis Red, putting in your credentials. Your credentials will be shared by your e-learning team. So you put in your login credentials and you log into the platform, okay, which is Lexis Red. Once you log in, this is your home screen. Okay, so all the publications that you have access to, all the ebooks that you have access to will be available here. You can just scroll in and view what all is available in your subscription, and you would see all the names of LexisNexis publications which are available to you here. Okay, you will have to first download whichever books you want. So you can see certain books are available to me which says it is up to date, but there are certain places where you see this download icon and you will have to click on it to download. Okay, so whichever book you would want to look at, you can just click on the download icon and you can look at that particular book. Okay, now say for example, I want to look at say Kanga Palkiwala, Law of Practice of Income Tax, say for example. I just double click on that particular book and it opens up. Okay, so all you see is the TOC on your left side. You can just expand it and you can start reading. So this book has 2 volumes. So I see volume 1, volume 2 and the appendices. So I can just click on volume 1, just expand the tree and I can start reading. Here also, even if I don't look at the TOC, the entire book opens up in a scroll manner. So you can just, keep on moving the cursor down or use the down arrow key and you can start reading from here. Okay, the book allows you to, make your specific customization, like you want to highlight certain portion. I have highlighted this portion here, so you can just select the text and you can highlight, you can add annotations, your own notes and all. So just select, do a right click and it will tell you what you want to do. Whether you want to copy the text, you can just do a copy paste, Control C, Control V to a Word document or something, or you can just click on say add note here. Like say for example, this is an important paragraph to me and I want to make my specific notes. I can make my specific notes here. So I can add say my note for this para. I'm just writing something, but you can add your specific notes here. Okay, and you can assign a color to it and you are done. So this is highlighted and you will see a small icon which will say you have added a note here. So if you click on it, it gives you the note and you can read the note. If you want to delete it, you can delete the note also from here, or you can click on this particular delete icon and delete the portion. Okay, if you want to change the color, you can also do that from here. Or remove the color, you can do that from here. Okay, so this is simple reading through your book, and you can go from one chapter to the other from the TOC, or you can also scroll through the TOC like this and read. Okay, now when you're reading through the book, there are certain features that are available. Like if you see or notice these red icons, if I keep my cursor, it basically gives me a click sign. Okay, so these are basically links to your footnotes. So if there are any footnotes available, they would be linked here. So I can just click on the footnote link and it will take me to that part. Okay, so I was on 11. So 11 is a particular case. I can see what footnote it is and I can go back to the reading from here. So it's here now 11 and I can read through. Okay, so you have interlinkages here with the footnotes and you can go from back and forth from the footnotes here. Apart from footnotes, reading, you can also download content. Okay, so whatever document you are viewing, whichever page you are viewing, you can just click on the icon here, which is share, the third icon on the top. So you just click on it and you can just share it or save it as a PDF. Okay, you also have options to include your customized highlighted portion or notes or commentary which is available. If you don't want to have the notes or highlighted portion, you can remove those from here. Okay, I prefer to have this and I can just say save as PDF. So this particular document which we are viewing under chapter 6A will be available as a PDF to me. So I can download and I can save it as a PDF. Okay, it's taking a while, I guess because of the network speed. So till that time it comes in, I'll show you other features. The first, yeah, it has come in. So here it gives me the TOC and it has downloaded that specific chapter which I was looking at from here. Okay. So this is how I can download and I can read through. From here, I can also, email it to someone, attach it and send it as an email to someone from here. It also gives you the cover page and then the portion that you have downloaded. Okay. The first icon here is basically for your viewing or the reading portion. So if you want to hide your TOC, you can just click on that portion and it hides the TOC for you, and you can do a thorough reading from here. Okay, it's a unlimited download till the last chapter, so you can keep on scrolling through and you can read through the chapter from here. We also have a bookmark feature. So this particular icon that you see on every page is a bookmark feature. So I can just click on this portion. Say I left reading here, or I want this particular page is important for me to further refer. I can just click on here. Okay, this is article 32, which I was looking at, which I have bookmarked, and I can show you that it is bookmarked here somewhere. Here is what I have bookmarked. So I'll show you how, when I open next time, how I can reach to this particular portion. Okay, if I want to unbookmark it, I can just click on this icon and it goes back. However, I have bookmarked it, so I've just clicked it back. Okay, so when you click on the plus sign, the color appears, which means it has been bookmarked. Like here, if you see this icon, this basically shows that I've bookmarked a particular chapter here. Okay. So the first icon is basically for hiding your table of content, the index portion. The second is for info. So this basically tells you about what book it is, which version are you using on Lexis, what practice area it belongs to. So whether it's a constitution books or a taxation book or whatever. So it'll give you that portion of information. This is your history, so you can see your historical clicks where you have started your reading. It will store that portion also. This is a help icon, so this will basically give you a overview of how to use the platform and how you can look for very specific information. We also have a search within the publication. So say for example you have like 8 chapters and another volume to look at, and you're looking for something very specific here. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can just type in here, like say for example I want to look at fundamental rights. I'm just seeing whether I have something like fundamental rights in tax. Okay, so I just say search and it'll give me all the portions of this particular ebook. Wherever fundamental rights appear, I can go and I can read through from there. Okay, from here. So here it appears, it is highlighting that portion and it is giving that information to you. So this is searching within the particular publication or the ebook that you're looking at. You would notice there is a back and forth icon here, which is basically to look at the page that you were viewing before this. It's not just flipping the pages, it is basically going to the earlier page that you looked at. So I was in say chapter 6, so I will be able to go to that particular chapter directly from here, wherever I clicked in earlier. So it'll give you that kind of a history. So if you are looking at a particular chapter and you've gone to another volume or something, you can go back to your previous page like you do in an internet browser. In the same manner, it will show you that portion. Okay, I'm sorry about the screen. So this is basically looking within a particular publication. I'm just clicking on this particular back icon to go back to my home screen. It takes a bit while to go back to the home screen. So you can just click on this or escape and you can go back to the home screen. I hope it's not frozen. So in similar fashion, you can, look for publications here. Now, if you have many publications, you can also do a publication search here. So say, for example, I want to see if there is some book on Constitution. I can just type in the keyword and it'll look within the publications, what do I have? So this is a title search, the ebook title search that you're doing here. Okay, so it's showing me all the books that are there on Constitution, which is available to me. Okay, there's also an icon where you can see only the ones which are downloaded. So say, for example, I don't want to see the ones which I haven't downloaded. I can just click on this icon. It will show me all the ones that I have downloaded on my device. Okay. In the same manner, you can also do keyword searching within all the publications. So you have this particular search icon on your right side, and if you want to do a keyword search within the publication that you have, so say, for example, you have a particular keyword in mind and you want to see whether what books cover that particular portion of keywords, you can just put in any particular keyword and you can search. So I'm just putting fundamental rights now, and it is showing me all the publications which have access to that particular keyword. So I can just scroll in, I can look at, it's still searching. It's giving me results. So I can see, where it appears, in which book, how many times. So it's giving me all that information here. Okay, so from here I can go to the specific book that I want to look at. I can also do specific filters, like I can select a specific practice area where I want to search for, or I want to search for a specific publication. I can also do that from here. So I can say, not all, but I want to search within, say, these 4 if there is something very specific. So you can do that kind of a customization and search around those books from here. Okay, you can just click on this icon to go back to your original home screen. You'll also notice certain icons coming on here. Okay, so if you want to log out, this is your link to just click and you can log out from here. Just give me some time. I think there is a lag and it is going a bit slow due to my connectivity.
Shweta, sorry to interrupt you. I think many people are asking the login details of Lexis Red. Can you explain them, how this login details will be available to them?
Yes, so the login credentials will be shared by us to each and every student. You will have your own login ID and password. You can put in those login credentials and you can start using the platform. So that'll be shared by us with the library team and with individual members also.
So this login details you will get only when you purchase at least one title from Lexis Red. Okay, so these Lexis Red license has to be purchased by individual students for the books that they require.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
I'll just show you, like if you go on Chrome and if you put in, Lexis ebook store, or you can just put in Lexis bookstore. It'll give you access to a lot of books. I guess it's giving me our international also. Just give me 1 second. I'm just putting in India so that it is better. It doesn't give you everything. Yeah. So the second link here is Lexis India bookstore. So you can just go in here and it gives you access to, Lexis Red. So books which are available on Lexis Red, or you can also just search in our search icon and you can access whichever books you want. So here it gives you what you want to download, whether you want to access bare rags, whether you want to access commentaries, whether you want to access journals. You can just go here and purchase the ones that you want online. Like say for example, I want to buy a commentary. I can go here, look for whichever commentary I'm interested in, and I can make a purchase from here. So I can just add it to my cart, okay, and I can purchase it from here.
Yeah. So for looking at the purchase menu or the catalog, you don't have to log in. You don't need any login credentials. There are questions like this that you don't need login for before purchase. Okay. Only when you start accessing these books, you will need login.
Yeah, so once you click on it, it'll tell you if you want to buy an ebook or you want a hard copy. You can select it from here. It's an ebook that you want. It is giving you the price. You say what quantity you want and you add it to your cart. Once you have purchased a single book or how many ever you've bought, you will get an email from a customer service with your login credentials. You will have to download the app and you can start using it the way I'm sharing it on the screen.
There is a discount code also that you can get 15% discount. Are you aware, Shweta, about discount code?
Yes, sir. So you have already given that code in the presentation, I believe.
Yes,
No,
it
I've
was
not shared
finished.
that. You can share with these people who want to purchase.
I don't have the code with me, sir. Actually,
Otherwise, we can share. Ritu, are you aware?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is there, sir, in the same list, list which you were showing on the
Okay.
screen.
Yeah. It must be
It is
there. Okay.
there,
So
yeah.
if you
yes.
look at the
And
publisher-wise list, you will find a discount code, discount for getting 15% discount on the list price.
along with it, here only, if Shweta, you can clear out that whether this app is from where can they have an access to this app, and also whether it is compatible with the Apple products as well.
It is compatible with iPad. It is not compatible with a Mac computer. Okay, so you can work on an iPad and you can use tablets, Windows or Android tablets, and it is operational on Windows wherever. So you can use it on computer or laptop. This device is not compatible to mobiles, so you will not be able to access it on your mobile. It is only tablets and computers.
That also only Windows, right? Or Android?
Android also, sir. So Windows, Android, and iPads. So iOS iPads.
iOS, iPad. Okay.
All right.
And you'll have to go to the app store of that particular application. So if you are on Windows, you'll have to go to Windows store. If it is Android, you'll have to go to a Play Store, and if it is iPad, you'll have to go to the App Store and download this particular app.
So, are you saying that you can't access it on iPhone?
No, sir. This is not available on mobile devices. It is due to the space of this particular app. You cannot download it on a phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was showing you certain icons that are available here. So if you just click on this particular icon, which is annotations, the third one, here it gives you a particular view of all the annotations that you have done. So whatever notes you have made, in which books you have made, whatever highlights you have done, you can see all that. Your bookmarks that you have done, you can also view that from here. Okay, so here it is giving me all the bookmarks that I have made. It is as per date here. You sorted it as per date. You want to sort it as per title, you can do that as well. So this is the current one which I bookmarked. I can just click in here and I can go directly to that portion of the book. So it takes me to that portion now. We were here, article 32. So it has taken me to that specific portion. So this is how you bookmark and you use it from there. Okay, here you can just click and you can log out from here. So I'll just show you. Once you log out or when you download the particular app, this is what you will get. Lexis Red, it will give you the version updates and all that. Here we have various countries available. What you have taken is India, so you've taken the India, from the India bookstore you have bought something, so you'll have to just select India, put in your login credentials, passwords. If you have forgotten the password, you can just click in here, it will give you a new password on your email like any other application does. When you can just click on remember me also, so that you don't have to key in the password again and again. What it allows you is a 2 device access per purchase. So when you've purchased one book from LexisNexis, or say many from the same ID, it will give you a 2 device access, so you can access it on your laptop as well as on your iPad together simultaneously. So if you don't have a laptop with you and you are using an iPad and you're roaming around, you can also log in from there. The good part is, if you are not connected to internet, still whatever books you have downloaded, you can open and you can read it. So whenever you're sitting in a flight or you're sitting somewhere where there is no network, whatever you've downloaded, you can still access, you can still make notes, and it will be available. Whenever you have an internet connection, it will sync in and it will give you any updates that are there. So if you have any updates if you've taken Bear Acts from us, there will be updates coming in on daily basis. So it'll sync in for you, and then you can get the updated acts from there. So that's about LexisNexis. We also have tutorials available. So once you purchase a particular book from us, we share the tutorials, the brochures with you, where you can also go through a self-learning and understand how the e-reader works for you. Is there any other question that I can address?
I believe, Shweta, we can take a few more questions at the end if time permits. And I would like to start with the next presentation.
I don't think there are any questions except okay. There is a question. I think this. Okay, this is fine. I think they're all libraries.
Sir,
we can talk
yeah, we will be taking over all the questions towards the end if time permits, because we have a restricted time slot today. May I request Mr. Sarvendra Singh to come up with this presentation on Pearson
there is a
platform?
question from one of our colleague, Syed Anas. There was a share option for books. Is there any share option on LexisRed platform that books can be shared?
So you can share certain specific documents. The way I downloaded that particular chapter, you can share that chapter with someone, but you cannot share the entire book with anyone. So there is a restriction there.
Okay, so I think for everybody's information, the LexisRed platform is mainly a read-only platform. So there is a limited download and printing capability or allowance. So they should be aware of that. But I just told you there are a lot of other features, highlighting or making notes, etc. on your personal devices or personal copy of the book. I think these are some of the advantages of this platform. Right, Shweta?
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shweta.
I'm stopping my share.
Yeah. May I request Mr. Singh to take over, please? Mr. Singh, you're there? I think there's some connection issue with his on his part. I'll just call him to connect.